Good evening and welcome. It is another beautiful rainy Saturday evening. Thank you for being a part of it. For an outlook of news on Weekend Report tonight, INEC set for Osun elections. We have some reports that made the headlines during the week. And on our discussion segment tonight, we take a look at continuous voter registration, the extension, the challenges that was experienced here in Kwara State. And of course, I have a guest in the studio who is going to be preferring a way forward for us not to be disenfranchised in 2023. Also tonight, we have tidbits from the world of sports and of course, weather. I am Yabodi Oloronshola. All this and more shortly. Please don't go away. 2 weeks to Osun decide, INEC and security agencies are finalizing preparations for a smooth exercise. Mayor Ogidi was at the INEC headquarters where a meeting was held this Saturday, and he has this report.
Saturday affair. Osun governorship election holding Saturday, July 16th. A preparatory meeting holding also on Saturday, July 2nd. But first, a post-mortem of some sort for the June 18th Ekiti governorship election. INEC and security agencies give themselves a distinction in the exercise.
Security was well coordinated. The election was peaceful.
But bad outing for those traded on votes.
Vote buying remains a major area of concern. We are working with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to ensure the prosecution of persons arrested in the Ekiti governorship election.
Back to Osun governorship election, the state is devoid of pre-election anxiety. I pray the tempo is sustained. INEC Chairman Mahmoud pleaded, but from the National Security Advisor to criminals, it's going to be fire for fire.
The NSA also urged excess members to build on the successes recorded from the Ekiti election, as some disgruntled politicians about the process.
Party primaries for 2023 general elections over, but the dust generated by the exercise in a toxic cloud. INEC records tell of 216 petitions already submitted, numbering 1,650,000 requesting candidates' documents.
Nigerian elections, conduct of primaries for nomination of candidates by political parties, is one of the most litigated in the world. There are now far more cases challenging the breach of integrity within political parties than those involving the conduct of the main elections by INEC.
The release of those documents come with more job for the judiciary.
From INEC headquarters, we move to the House of Assembly of Kwara State, where caution to hotel owners and operators against harboring internet fraudsters in their hotels. This followed a matter of general public importance raised by House Leader plenary during the week. Abubakar Magaji Kendomolosho has the report.
The Internet is a platform to source knowledge and information by users. This platform is now used by fraudsters to defraud unsuspecting users. This to Abubakar Magaji is disturbing. He and other legislators observed that the fraudsters now take refuge in hotels to hide from law enforcement agents. The House thereafter observed that any hotelier found harboring internet fraudsters should be made to face the law.
The affected hotel literally becomes the base of operation at homes. These hoteliers, knowingly or unknowingly, are guilty of aiding and abetting.
If we are able to identify maybe hotelier and the hotel where they lodge or the houses where they are living, it can be taken over.
Also at the plenary, The legislators scheduled Tuesday next week to screen 5 commissioner nominees submitted to the House by Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak. The nominees are Hafiz Abolore Alabi, Ilorin East, Adenike Afolabi Oshatimehin, Ifelodun, and Wahab Femi Agbaje of a local government area. The 2 other nominees are Gidado Latif Alakawa, Asa, and Ibrahim Akaje, Ilorin West. The nominees are to submit 35 copies of their curriculum vitae to the Clerk of the House, Adema Perogi, by Friday.
The Kwara Command of Security and Civil Defense the week arrested 2 persons suspected to be bandits in Agbede village, Moro local government area of the state. Abdulafiz Alaya reports that the suspects were found with local guns and other dangerous weapons.
Following an intelligence report, a 19-year-old Abubakar Abdullahi was arrested at Alagbede with a local pistol, which he claimed was sold to him by John Inyeka. John, an acclaimed security guard at a mining company in Agbede, was later apprehended, and a locally made rifle, cartridges, sword and other dangerous weapons were found in his possession.
Alaji was trying to get cartridge for the local pistol, and unfortunately for him and fortunately for Nigerians, he asked the question from a wrong person. So it was from this process that we were able to trail him, and that led to his arrest and that of his culprits.
The suspect denied being members of any bandit group, but John agreed to have sold the local pistol at the rate of 8,000 naira to treat a leg pain.
That local pistol is no more working again, and I'll keep it. I come and has a leg pain problem. I told them no anybody take decision on it, and the leg is going to pain me worse. I now said the local pistol to treat myself.
I stay in the forest. That's why I procured the pistol to protect myself and my livestock.
The command also paraded one Ifeanyi Chukwu who was caught with a stolen water pumping machine around Taiwo Road, Ilorin.
A continuous investigation further revealed that the owner of the pumping machine lives very close to their house. He was invited and he has come to testify truly that the pumping machine was stolen from his place.
It was me and my brother. So he was the one that took the pumping machine, and both of us went to sell it. On our way to sell it, before they asked us what is with us, when they search us, they see the pumping machine.
The suspect will be charged to court upon completion of investigations. Abdelafiz Alaya, NTA News.
And now it is time to bring in my guest. But before I bring in my guest, I want you to take a look at this report by Aisha Abubakar Yaya, which she did before the CVR date was extended.
Although the Federal High Court in Abuja has directed INEC to continue the voter registration exercise, the House of Representatives is also asking the Commission to extend the continuous voter registration by 60 days to enable more Nigerians to register. Standing on the initial deadline of June 30th, NTA News headed for the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, and found it jammed with people who are yet to register. Fatai Ridwan has been in INEC office since 6 a.m., but he has not been able to register.
They give us a list to write our name, then we have written our names since morning, and then they couldn't follow the names, they couldn't follow the number.
It's still in progress, we are still on it. Although I have submitted my form, very soon they will call my name, so I'll go and do the necessary thing.
I'll be they are unable to answer us.
With those who are yet to be registered, is the Commission ready for extension?
I want to tell Nigerians and Kwarans particularly today they are going to have what we call a Commission meeting, which is normally the chairman and the 12 commissioners that we have. They will take a decision today on the extension, the time period, and what to do next.
The Commission is also putting everything in place to ensure free, fair and credible election in Kwara State come 2023.
Very, very ready. What I did was at the beginning of the year, I set up what I call a strategic team to come out with a blueprint, month by month, what we are going to do. We have our plan our in-house plan up till election. But I want to assure Kwara that 2023 election will be much, much better, far, far better, because of what? The use of technology. You will no more rigging. No more rigging.
Over 1 million people have collected their permanent voter cards in Kwara State, while about 250 people have just been registered. 25 people with double registration have also been discovered. Aisha Abubakar Yahaya, NTA News.
Thank you for staying with us on NTA ILORIN Weekend Report. Aisha Abubakar Yaya's report set the tone for this discussion. That was the way INEC office was, full to capacity, with people who thought they were going to be disenfranchised by not being able to register. But why did we have so much crowd? This is what our guest will be telling us tonight, and he's no other person than Malam Adamu Musa, HOD, Voter Education and Publicity. He's a man with many caps. He's also that supervising over the unit, the gender unit, the CSO, liaison, and PW unit. You are welcome, Madam.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we had a lot of crowd at INEC. Yes. It was a beehive of activities. Yes. Why did we have so much crowd in your office?
Thank you very much for asking this question. You know, when we started this registration in June 28, 2021, we started with online registration. People didn't give it much importance. You get the point? So after the stoppage registration, people now realize the importance of the PVC. And going by the fact that the Commission had been announcing that the registration is going to come to an end by June. That is, you know, Nigerians, last minute rush. That is what made them to be as if just pushing them.
And were you able to cope with the crowd?
Exactly, we were able to do our best because the Commissioner did his own best by bringing in additional machine. And as your team went there, you see, we organized it in such a way that some people will enter batch by batch. As you come in the morning, they will give you a number so that it is based on this number that they select 10, 15, 20 to enter. They will wait at the shed. Some will be in the collection, in the registration center. After they are finished with those inside the registration center, the next people will still go. That's how we're able to manage the crowd. And one thing is that instead of them visiting the local government area offices, where there are no queues, they prefer coming to the state headquarters.
Okay, maybe you didn't do enough sensitization to tell them to go to their local government headquarters.
At the local government level, we have our desk officers for sensitization. We collaborated with NOAA. The NOAA is at the grassroots. You get the point? So it's only the attitude of people that maybe they don't take it to be something very important. But now that they realize that the PVC is important, it can change government. You get the point? It is a means of identification. You can bring in back an elected representative using the PVC. It's only the PVC that you can use to do that. Okay. And it is only the PVC that can make you to be voted in or not to be voted for.
Okay.
So it's because people now realize that the PVC is very, very important. It's very, very important.
So you mean with that magnitude of crowd that you had to deal with every day, all of them are coming for new CVR?
It's not everybody that is coming for new CVR.
Okay, what are the other challenges that you are encountering?
You see some people come there to do multiple registration. They have registered before, but they still want to register because either they are not aware that if you have registered before, there is no point for you to come and register, or they want to test the ability of the Commission, that if I register twice or more than that, is the Commission going to dictate that or not?
So were you able to detect that?
Yes.
How many did you detect in Kwara State?
In Kwara State, we were able to detect about 29,000 plus.
Ooh.
Multiple registration.
Multiple registration?
Multiple registration.
So how are you going to deal with that?
By implication is that they are not going to be given the new cards, but the old one will remain.
Okay.
You get the point.
So what will INEC do with the new cards?
No, it will not be issued to them.
It will not be issued to them. It will not be, or it will not be produced at all in the first place.
They have produced it, but it will not be issued to them.
So what will INEC do with it? Destroy it?
They will keep it. They will keep it. They will not give it to them. Moreover, somebody who did multiple registration is committing an offense.
Oh.
It's an offense.
To do multiple registration?
To do multiple registration.
Okay, what is the penalty for doing multiple?
The penalty is either 1 million or 1 year jail. Or both, based on the judge.
So about 29,000 people in Kwara State are going to be penalized for multiple registration?
That one is under the purview of the commission and the headquarters. Because if you say you want to jail 29,000 people in Kwara, why is the prison that can contain, in the whole country we have about 1 million plus multiple registration.
And out of that 1 million plus, Kwara has 29,000.
Kwara has 29. Okay. It's even among the least among the states. Oh. So what is there is that if you have registered before and your cars don't have any problem, there is no point for you to go and register again. People that are to participate in this exercise is those that have now turned 18 years and were not opportune to register during the last registration exercise.
Okay.
Or you have experienced accreditation problem during the 2019 general election. Or you have lost your card.
Okay.
Or you want to seek for transfer from one location or one registration location or your voting location to another. Or your biodata is wrongly spelled during the last registration.
Okay.
Or your PVC is defaced. Maybe you are using your the picture is not clear. These are the category of people that need to go to our center and seek for the needful.
Okay.
Other than that, if your PVC is still intact, it's not defaced, it's not lost, it's not missing, you don't have accreditation challenges during the 2019 general election, you don't have to go and register.
Okay. I think before 2011 we didn't have this plastic cards. So what of those people who had that problem before 2011?
Which plastic card?
I mean, they were not on
our database.
On your database.
If you have registered,
yes,
your name is in our database.
Okay.
The only thing you need to tell the registration officers is to tell them your surname. If you can remember your VIN number, tell them your VIN number.
Okay, what if you cannot remember your VIN number?
If you cannot remember your VIN number, you can remember your surname, you can remember where you registered. They will enter into our system. They will bring out your particulars. So long as you have registered the particulars.
Okay, and they issue you a new card.
And you apply for a new one.
Okay.
That's why I say if you have missed your card, you can apply for reprint.
Okay.
If your one is defaced, you can still apply for another fresh one.
Okay.
So by so doing, you are not doing double registration. You are not doing another fresh registration. It's your information that is in the data that would be and apply for reprint for that particular.
Okay, so it's just like a revalidation
yes,
of your PVC.
Yes, and if you want to transfer also, these are only the category of people that need to visit our centers for this continuous voters registration exercise.
Okay, so what about those people who are not doing multiple registration and they have done their CVR, but yet they have not been able to get their cards?
Madam, let me tell you one thing. Those who registered between June 2021 to December 2021, their cards are ready. They are in our local government area offices. And those who seek for transfer, correction of defaced PVC or lost PVC from June 2021 to April 2022, their cards are also ready for collection. All they need to do is to go to our local government area offices where they registered.
Okay, so they don't have to come to INEC headquarters?
They don't have to come to INEC headquarters.
Okay.
Because the PVCs are at the local government for people to go there and collect them.
Okay. What if I registered at INEC? Do I still go to my local government?
What they will do is that, in INEC what you do is that even if you want to transfer from here to Osun, by the time your card is coming out to Osun, you go to Osun and collect it. So if you are in Offa and you registered in INEC headquarters, so you have to go to Offa
to go and collect
your card. Okay. It's not, we don't give cards in the headquarters. It's at the local government level that we give the cards to electoral officers. And what the commission did in Kwara, which is commendable, is that The Resident Electoral Commissioner Malam Garba Atahiru Madami ordered all the electoral officers to go and write the VIN numbers, the particulars of those that have not collected their PVC, type it and pasted it at the local government level for easy identification of those who come to collect their PVCs. The only challenge we are having is that people are negligent. People have registered and they don't want to go and collect their PVCs.
Okay.
So by the time you register and you didn't go and collect your PVC, that means you have not done anything.
Okay. Is that person also committing a crime?
It's not
you
a
register
crime,
and you are not collecting it.
It's not a crime as such, but rather the essence of registering has been defeated, because it's with that PVC you can't vote.
Yes.
Even if you have the temporary slip, you cannot vote until when you produce the PVC. So you have taken the pains to go and register. Why not go and collect your PVC? That's why we have said those who registered between June, I'm still repeating, between June 2021 to December 2021, get me right, madam, their cards are ready.
Okay.
And those who seek for transfer,
okay,
those who their cards are defaced, and those who also seek for correction of biometrics, their biometrics, I said from June to April. The other one I said from June to December.
Okay.
This one I said from June to April 2022. Their cards are also ready.
So it is only those who registered between May till now that their cards are not ready?
Yes.
Okay.
And those who, we still have the backlog of 2011 to 2018 yet uncollected.
Wow.
This is the category of our PVCs that I said our EOs were directed number, their names
placed on the notice board at the local government.
When they go, they just have to go to the notice board and check if their name is there. That means their card is there. So by the time you didn't see your name in the notice board, that means your card is not there. So by the time you see your name, you go to the electoral officer. He will tell you when and where to go and collect it. Because you know we have devolved the CVR to RA levels.
Yes.
So maybe by the time you come, they will tell you that the machine is a so RA. As they go along with
what does RA stand for?
Registration area or ward.
Okay, registration ward.
Registration area or
ward. Okay.
You get the point. Why we call it registration area is because it's a cluster of area where it has a polling unit.
Okay.
But when you talk of wards, it's for the use of a SIEC, State Independent Electoral Commission, where they produce councillors. That's why they use ward.
Okay.
So you can see the difference.
Yes.
So but we will use the two.
Okay.
We can use RA, we can use ward, but mostly we use RA, registration area.
Okay, so let's pick up this very important topic before we round up. The CVR date has been extended.
Yes.
Is it an opportunity for people to go back to their homes and then wait for last minute rush to register?
That is one good question you ask. This extension, the commission said until further decision is taken. So people don't know the decision that the commission is going to take. Is it going to be so long before they stop this registration?
Or it's going to be so soon?
It's not going to be so soon.
So that means that you are going to stop abruptly?
They should use this opportunity to visit our registration area offices where this CVR is going on. They should not wait for the last minute rush again. Because by the time the commission now says that, okay, we are stopping this registration on so date, I don't think the commission will still go back and say it's extending it. Because there are a lot of issues. People will now come and start asking, when is our cars going to be ready? So the commission needs time to harmonize the registration so far, so that to go back and print these cars ready for collection by people, so that they can use it during the 2023 general election.
Okay.
This one is paramount.
Okay. We are running out of time, so please quickly give your last word to the people before we end this segment.
Well, I'm still calling on them to come, because Quarans have tried during this CVR exercise, and we commend them seriously. And we commend the journalists and media houses that have been giving us a free slot to air in our programs. We commend them seriously. We still call on people to go and collect their PVCs. These PVCs are there at the local government level. Please and please, they should go. Their efforts should not go in vain, please and please. The PVC is your power. You can use it wisely.
Thank you very much for coming to
Thank
Weekend Report, and you have really been very educative.
Thank you very much.
We have been speaking with the HOD Voter Education INEC in Kwara State here in the last 20 minutes or so. Weekend Report will continue shortly. Please don't go away. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us on the Nigerian Television Authority ILORIN, and you are still watching NTA ILORIN Weekend Report. Now we move straight to sports. Former Super Falcons assistant coach Maureen Madu is confident the reigning African champions will redeem their image when they take on Bayana in a crunch of opening fixture of the 12th Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. Abdulaziz Alaya takes it up from here.
Speaking on the team's chances of landing a 10th WAFCON title, Madu, the most capped Falcon, is of the opinion that the opening game against South Africa will be tough, but expressed hope the Falcons will win the match. She believes the Falcons must have learned a thing or two from the 4-2 defeat against Bayana at the inaugural Aisha Buhari's tournament in Lagos last year. Meanwhile, the World Football's governing body, FIFA, says it will use semi-automatic offside technology at the coming World Cup to make video assistant referees' decisions faster and more reliable. The technology, which will be used in all the 64 matches in Qatar, uses a signal in the ball and a dozen cameras that record players' movements and positions in the field more accurately. In another development, Nigeria's Israel Adesanya is set to defend his UFC middleweight title against Jad Cannonier tonight at Las Vegas T-Mobile Arena. The 32-year-old has, however, promised his fans of an entertaining showpiece and display of superb martial arts skills against his dangerous opponent to retain the UFC middleweight champion. Abdulaziz Alaya, NTA News.
And from Sports Tidbit, we call it good night on Weekend Reports. We do thank you very much for watching. Next week will be another date. I leave you with the weather forecast for tomorrow, 3rd July 2022.